Do you believe there is still inequality in the workplace between men and women? Have you seen it recently?
Do I believe that there's still inequality between men and women in the workplace? Further, have I seen it recently? Well, I will tell you this. I just did a message called Racism is a Noun, and we boosted it out all over the country. And we had, within like 3 days, we had 400 comments. And every one of those comments, without a doubt, was about minorities, predominantly African Americans and Black people. And no, there's no question that the advertisement was not leading enough, but it led people bent towards the word racism. But one of the things I touched on in that message was that the minority is not just Black people. It's not just Spanish Americans. It's women. I've raised 3 daughters, and I've got a granddaughter on the way. And the preponderance of workers in my organization, PayServe Systems Incorporated, are females. Females are genuinely harder workers, it seems. It seems like females have more to prove. It seems like females definitely, in most cases in the professional world, have a chip on their shoulder, and I understand why, because it is still out there. And, you know, just like racism within the Black culture, from whites to blacks, I think that this bias towards the men's workforce still exists out there in the working field. I've hired mostly women. I've hired many men. And for me to say one is better than the other is also a bias or skepticism or racism or discrimination in itself. I would just tell you that the female in the workplace has a lot more things working against them when it comes to getting to work, going home, doing extra things at the house. They do carry the lion's share of the child rearing in many, many cases. I think a lot of this is shifting over time, but it's still the case. And so I do think that there is bias in the workplace for women. I do think there are professional organizations, generally smaller organizations, that weigh the weight of the work capabilities, or more importantly, they weigh the difficult nature of the female to find another job to accommodate their needs. Therefore, paying them less because they can only have a certain type of working environment that maybe they can gear that culture to. Point in hand is my oldest daughter, Courtney. She just went to work and was the top producing car salesperson in Sarasota. Amazing young lady. From the day she got there, she outproduced everybody on that sales force, including women, including men. The men quit. She survives to the point, but they don't pay her according to the same scale they were paying men, because their theory was the men need to support their families. What's that all about? I don't know. That's not their words. That's me thinking. My daughter has a son. My daughter has a life. She's just as good as any man out there, and I'll put that to the test. We got to get better wired differently, people. That's the wired differently answer.